All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a book that pretty much calls the traditional path to wealth a total lie. It's MJ DeMarco's The Millionaire Fastlane, and his big argument is that all that financial advice you've heard your whole life, get a job, save money, retire old, is actually a trap. Let's get into why.
So, DeMarco kicks things off with this really jarring reality check. He claims that the normal path, the one we're all sort of pushed to follow, isn't a path to security at all. It's a system that's designed to keep most people just one or two bad breaks away from a complete financial disaster.
And that really leads to this powerful question. What if that safe advice, get a good job, save 10%, and retire at 65, isn't a plan for wealth, but actually a huge gamble on a life of mediocrity? Let's break this down. To make sense of it all, DeMarco lays out this simple but really powerful idea. Your financial journey isn't just one single highway. He says we're all on one of three very different roadmaps, whether we realize it or not. So, you've got these three paths. Each one has its own mindset, its own final destination, and its own set of rules. We're going to start with the most common one, and honestly, the most dangerous path of them all. And that brings us to the first roadmap, the sidewalk. The first thing you've got to understand is this has nothing to do with your income. It's all about a mindset, a life built completely around instant gratification. The sidewalker's whole mantra is basically YOLO, right? You only live once. So money comes in, and it immediately goes right back out on the next car, the next vacation, the next fancy gadget. The future? Yeah, that's an afterthought. Now, what's really fascinating here is how this totally separates income from behavior. You could be a doctor making, 400 grand a year and still be a sidewalker if you spend every last dime. It's that person with the luxury car and custom rims parked outside a rundown apartment. It's all image with absolutely no foundation. And this gets right to the heart of the problem. The sidewalk isn't freedom. It's what DeMarco calls lifestyle servitude. That's when your stuff literally owns you. You're not working to build wealth. You're just working to make the payments on the things you already bought. It's a treadmill. Okay, now we get to the path that most of us are told is the right one, the slow lane. This is the traditional script for success, the 50-year plan of delayed gratification. This is the plan preached by almost every financial guru out there. Get rich slow. And yeah, it sounds safe. It sounds responsible. But DeMarco argues it's a terrible bargain where you're trading your life's most valuable asset, your youth, for money you can only spend when you're old. This quote just brilliantly nails the central problem. The whole slow lane equation is built on trading your time for money. Think about it. You sell 5 days of your life just to get 2 days back. You're sacrificing your youth, your energy, and your freedom, all for the promise of wealth in old age. The slow lane basically puts your entire financial plan at the mercy of things you can't control. Your boss controls your time, the market controls your wealth, and your life is essentially on hold until you hit 65. It's a plan, as DeMarco calls it, to get rich old, and that's if you get rich at all. So if the sidewalk is a complete dead end and the slow lane is a 50-year gamble, what's left? Well, that brings us to the core idea of the book, getting into the fast lane. This right here is the single most important mental switch in the entire book. Slow laners are consumers. They work a job to earn money so they can buy things. Fast laners, on the other hand, are producers. They build businesses to create things of value that other people buy. The key here is that fast laners don't have jobs, they build systems. Think of an author who writes a book once, or an inventor who designs a product, or a developer who creates an app. They do the hard work up front, and then the system, the book, the product, the app, it keeps generating income long after. The goal is to build something that works for you, so you don't have to. And this is where the math just completely changes. In the slow lane, your income is capped by the hours in a day. You can only work so much. But in the fast lane, you can scale. You can sell a product to 10,000 people at the exact same time. You can serve 100,000 customers through a website. Suddenly, your income is completely detached from the hours you personally put in. That's real leverage. Now, it's really important to get this. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. The fast lane is a get-rich-through-process strategy. You don't just trip and fall into wealth. You follow a process. You find a real need, you build a business to solve it, you automate it as much as you can, and then you scale it to reach as many people as possible.
So all of this leads to the book's central and, honestly, most empowering message. Your financial destiny isn't decided by your boss or the stock market. It's decided by the roadmap you choose to follow.
DeMarco really hammers this point home. We are not victims of circumstance. The path we are on is literally paved by the choices we make every single day. You can choose to consume, or you can choose to produce. You can choose to trade your time, or you can choose to build systems. This table just puts it all together perfectly. The sidewalk is a mindset of consumption, your income is your main asset, and the result is just debt. The slow lane is all about trading your time. Your job is your asset, and your wealth is limited by, well, time. And then there's the fast lane. It's about creation. Your business is your asset, and your wealth is determined by scale. So which one of those columns best describes your life right now? Ultimately, this book is a massive call to action. It's challenging you to stop being a passive passenger in your own financial life and to grab the steering wheel, to shift your whole identity from someone who just consumes value to someone who actually creates it. And that's really the final powerful question the Millionaire Fastlane leaves us to answer. It's not just about money, it's about control, it's about time, and it's about freedom. So which road are you on? And is it the one you truly want to be on?